Hello everybody, welcome to my session on API. API stands for Application Programming Interface. Application Programming Interface API is a mechanism through which a developer can access computing and other resources which belong to others with a permission. So API not only avoids reinventing the wheels, but it also helps to improve the productivity of developer because all that he will be doing is to integrating the different resources in creating a new product or a service. So in the session we will be learning what is API and why to use API, types and categories of API, introduction to web API, and existing web APIs and projects with API. This understanding of API is very important because now that we would like to explore the opportunities created by this Aadhaar infrastructure or Aadhaar identity infrastructure, much of the resources, in fact, every resource of this infrastructure is accessible only through API. For example, there are authentication APIs, there are eKYC APIs, and biometric APIs, and so on and so forth. So, understanding APIs is an essential part in harnessing the power and potential given by Aadhaar identity platform. API is access to resource. As you can symbolically see in this diagram, now there is an almirah or there is a door which allows you to get into a room and access the resources which are available in the room. In the same way, in the programming context, API is a kind of a key that opens you door to computing resources, both program resources and data resources and other resources which can be accessed because you have a key to open them. So these resources either be created by your team or other company or other government agencies and others. So API is a royal way of connecting to resources created by others so that you can actually use them in building your products and services. There are many reasons why to use API. For example, from the industry perspective, an API use can help you in a lot of ways. For example, suppose you have a release date, a committed date for the release of a particular product, and use of APIs will help you to shorten the production cycle of that particular product for a simple reason that much of the resources which you would have created and then used can be directly used because you are accessing through API. Secondly, having a good set of homegrown APIs can be competitive edge over rivals as it forms the intellectual property. For example, suppose you have a set of APIs developed in your institution or in your own company which are very unique and have an intellectual property, then it gives you a kind of an edge over your competition. And finally, many a times actually these APIs will allow you to have access not only other resources but also let other people to use the resources of yours created by you so that you can make money out of that. That means APIs not only help you to build you products faster and better, they also generate revenue provided they have enough market and attraction in the market. There are different categories of APIs. The first category is called generic. These are standard template library such as in C++ or Java APIs. And the next category is specific API, more specific for some problems like Google Maps API or Java API or for XML web services. And the third category is called language dependent, available only in a given programming language, say a C programming or a Python programming and others. Language independent, most service oriented APIs are fall into this category. Here is an example of a sample API. For example, when you are writing a C program, you include mat.h and then you write a function which says like double square root of double given variable x, float square root of f, float x. What it actually means is now in the computation is done by a call to a particular function which is actually included in mat.h. So this is the simple idea of APIs. What it means is it gives you the resources which are created elsewhere or earlier which can be consumed in a particular program. Description: square root computes the positive square root of the argument, returns on success the square root is returned if x is real and positive. The concept of API is very powerful and very extensible. For that reason, many of the resources created by the programmers and developers are made accessible through API. So there is no limit in the categories of available APIs. For instance, there are APIs which will help you to take backup and recovery. There are APIs which will help you to use directory services. Similarly, there are service APIs which will help you in creating a better user interfaces, virtual terminals, other things. So essentially, the idea of APIs whenever is used creates a new kind of a resource which can be accessed, and there is no limit in the categories of resources created by different organization, people, programmers, developers, and made available to other developers for better creation of products and services. The concept of APIs have been used in every programming paradigm. However, with the introduction of web, API also found a role in the development of web applications. Web API is typically a defined set of HTTP request messages along with a definition of structure of a response message, which is usually in the form of an extensible markup language XML or JavaScript object notion JSON format. So what it means in practical terms is whenever a user puts a query in the form of a URL and the server replies it in a XML or JSON format. So this query and the getting the answer is actually managed by what is known as an API or application programming interface. Web APIs can be used in many ways. For example, they allow combination of multiple services into new application known as mashup. For example, you can use the APIs provided by Facebook and Google Maps to create a new kind of a service. Allows sharing of content. Best example is Facebook application platform. Content can be embedded. For example, embedding a presentation from SlideShare on a LinkedIn profile. This is done because these two platforms like LinkedIn and SlideShare, they can communicate to each other using an API means. One of the product or a service that can be created by exploring and exploiting the APIs, that is web APIs, is called mashup. Application that uses or combines data or functionality from two or more or many more external sources to create a new service. For example, you can create an application by combining Google Maps with housing data to create what is known as housing maps. So types of meshes include by API type, data types, and functions. For example, if you are using Google Map, that goes by function. But suppose you are using an API to access data, like say population data, and that is called data types. Here is an example of real-time web API application. Google Maps API and Zipcar. Zipcar is a for-profit membership-based car-sharing company providing automobile rental to its members billable by the hour or a day. They implemented a Google Maps API in just 2 days and helped its customer to navigate and obtain the car of their choice. APIs are applicable everywhere. For example, Windows APIs help you to create application over a window platform. Even internet and web APIs can also be used in creating mashups. A beginner can start with simple APIs to test the functionalities. For example, you can use Google Ajax Search API that lets you to put Google search in your web page with JavaScript. You can embed a simple dynamic search box and display search results in your own web page or use the results in innovative and programmatic ways. Similarly, you can use services available on API Playground. So essentially, it will give you a kind of a introduction to the wonderful world of APIs. Students can take advantage of freely available APIs to create innovative projects. For instance, one of our students did a project called Alumni Map, which actually connected Google Map and Facebook data so that all the students belonging to my college can be when placed on a Google Map by getting their local data in terms of current city and native place. Technically, API is this set of deliverables passing between development teams. So these resources created by each team member or each team units can be shared across and among all the other developers. APIs include but not limited to libraries, code, documentation, classes, and functions. Say, for example, a code may be reused a couple of times through an API access. Documentation can be integrated to new programming codes so that it will avoid the wastage of creating it once again. Similarly, functions created by one particular application can be used in another application through an API access. So the uses of APIs are unlimited. The resources also created and used by APIs is also unlimited. So it gives you a chance to be innovative in terms of discovering those APIs and accessing the resources which are through those APIs and creating a products and services which can enhance the value of your offerings. There are different ways through which the owners of APIs can release their APIs for the consumption. The two options for releasing APIs are protecting the information on API from the general public. For instance, Sony used to make its official PlayStation API available only to licensed PlayStation developers. Similarly, making APIs available freely is also available. For example, Microsoft makes Microsoft Windows API public, and Apple releases its API Carbon and Cocoa so that software can be written for their platform. So many a times the APIs are released for the public consumption because they can exploit those in creating new products and services. For example, there are many apps available for Android platform today. In coming to the Aadhaar infrastructure, see, Aadhaar infrastructure allows you to access many of its functionality only through API. For example, there is an authentication API, there is eKYC API, there is a biometric API. So API plays a very important role in harnessing the infrastructure created by Aadhaar for different functionalities.